We have to be very careful where we do our projects.
200 acres of land in Anoka County now public and open for hunting. Find out where and why. Plus the latest on the investigation into the death of a woman at a Coon Rapids apartment complex. But first,
there's just been no give on our proposals.
Alina nurses prepare to walk off the job for a second time this year. That tops CTN News this Friday, August 19th, 2016. Thanks for joining us. Thousands of Alina nurses voted Thursday to reject the latest contract offered by management.
In doing so, they authorized union leaders to call another strike, which wouldn't happen until the end of August at the earliest. You may recall back in June, nurses at 5 Alina hospitals in the Twin Cities walked off the job and onto the picket line, including those at Mercy and Unity. That strike lasted 1 week, but this next one could go on indefinitely. CTN's Jordan Rylance joins us now with the latest. Jordan?
Well, Steve and Karen, the strike back in June, which lasted just 7 days, cost Alina more than $20 million. And after Thursday's vote, both sides are gearing up for the possibility of another strike, which could last a lot longer. Nurses voted on the latest contract offer at 3 locations in the metro on Thursday, including this hotel in Brooklyn Center. Alina and its nurses have been in contract talks since February. The main sticking points are healthcare benefits and workplace safety improvements. Alina wants its nurses on its corporate health plan. It has higher deductibles, but Alina says it would save $10 million a year.
This is not where we wanted to go. We want to be in the hospitals taking care of our patients. I mean, it's very important to us. This is a last resort. We have done everything we can to try to move this negotiations along, and it just hasn't worked. So unfortunately, we have to take this action.
Alina released a statement Thursday night which reads, quote, "We are disappointed by the outcome of today's vote. Alina Health put a fair compromise offer on the table that preserves choice for our nurses by retaining the 2 most popular nurse-only insurance plans. While the union continues to focus on another unnecessary strike, Alina Health will continue to focus on providing high-quality care to our communities," unquote. Now, the strike is not a done deal yet. The union is required to provide a 10-day notice to Alina prior to engaging in a strike. But it is likely a federal mediator will call both sides back to the bargaining table one last time to try to come to an agreement. Steve and Karen?
All right. Hopefully they can work something out.
Yes.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thanks. Authorities are continuing to investigate after a woman was found dead and a man injured at a Coon Rapids apartment complex this week. The 24-year-old man was discovered early Thursday morning in the entryway of a building at Woodland North Apartments. He was taken to Mercy Hospital in critical condition. Police then discovered the body of a 34-year-old woman inside one of the units. Investigators have not said how the woman died, but say the two had a previous relationship and that there's no danger to the public.
As far as we know, there is no danger. We're not looking for anybody else that's involved in this, so there is no danger to the general public. I think that people can be relaxed about that we're not looking for any other suspects at this point.
Authorities have not released the name of the woman who died or the man who was injured. The case remains under investigation by the Coon Rapids Police Department and the Anoka County Sheriff's Office.
Police have identified and charged 3 men they say burglarized an apartment unit in Anoka earlier this month. The burglary, which happened August 7th in the 2800 block of Cutters Grove Avenue, was captured on a surveillance camera set up by the tenant who was out of town. It shows 3 men breaking in and stealing thousands of dollars in items, including a 55-inch TV. 20-year-old Willie Washington, 19-year-old Diamond James, and 19-year-old Marcellus Peterson have each been charged with second-degree burglary. Warrants have been issued for their arrest. The search is on for a man who's been breaking into Honesty System fee boxes and donation boxes at Bunker Hills. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office says the man captured in these photos has concentrated his efforts at the archery range. He breaks the locks and steals the cash inside the boxes. Investigators say the man is always on a bicycle. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sheriff's Office at 763-427-1212.
There will not be a special session. That's the word this week from Governor Mark Dayton, who met with legislative leaders on Thursday afternoon. Without a special session, there's no bonding bill, and without a bonding bill, not enough funding for the construction of a bridge over the Hanson Boulevard railroad tracks. City and county officials had hoped to begin construction on the project next year. Mississippi Boulevard is back open to traffic. The roadway reopened Thursday, 1 day earlier than scheduled. Since July 5th, Mississippi Boulevard has been closed from Coon Rapids Boulevard to 109th Lane. The closure forced traffic to and from Anoka-Ramsey Community College to be detoured on 111th Avenue. The entire stretch of Mississippi Boulevard between Coon Rapids Boulevard and Hanson Boulevard is being reconstructed. Work will continue into the fall. Another big reconstruction project is set to start next week on Foley Boulevard. Late last month, the Anoka County Board awarded the contract for the $7.3 million project to Forest Lake Contracting. The existing 2-lane road will be turned into a 4-lane divided roadway between Egret and Northdale Boulevards. Work between Egret and 113th Avenue will take place this year, with work between 113th and Northdale Boulevard taking place next year.
4 parks in Coon Rapids are getting a makeover this year thanks to the park bond approved by voters several years ago. This week we found crews installing playground equipment at Pheasant Ridge Park. In addition to a new playground, the park improvements include a half-court basketball and interpretive areas with native plantings, benches, 2 wetland overlooks, and on-street handicap parking spaces. Mason, Delta, and Woodview parks are the other 3 neighborhood parks getting a facelift this summer. Meanwhile, work continues for a second year over at Sand Creek Park. This week, the skate park was installed and playground equipment will soon follow. In addition, the project includes a warming house, concession stand, and restroom building, as well as a maintenance building and storage garage. Most of the field work was completed last year. Sand Creek Park is expected to reopen to the public next spring. The final neighborhood meeting of the summer will take place next Tuesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Kennedy Park. The park is located off East River Road at the Coon Rapids-Fridley border. It's your chance to learn about projects going on around the community and ask questions of city staff. The DNR is taking on a new project that gives the public a new place to hunt and enjoy nature.
Pheasants Forever recently bought 200 acres of land near Columbus and turned it over to the DNR to manage. The land is located on the southwest end of the Carlos Avery Wildlife Management Area near Lexington Avenue. It's open to the public, but difficult to get to. CTN's Joe Nelson found out why the land is unique and what's happening now.
We don't get too many chances to do a project like this.
The Carlos Avery State Wildlife Management Area that covers 23,000 acres in northeastern Anoka County is growing even larger after a purchase by Pheasants Forever.
What this piece of ground has that's so attractive for us, it's got woodland, it's got some grassland, and it also has some wetlands.
Unable to develop the land, previous owners Tim and Paula Lang sold their former hunting ground, keeping the land intact.
This is our mission at Pheasants Forever. We want to preserve habitat, we want to expand the habitat, but we don't want to own any land.
The state's legacy fund paid $845,000, with Pheasants Forever chipping in $55,000. They're turning the land over to the DNR to manage. John Newpower, the president of the Anoka County chapter of Pheasants Forever, says they'll soon build a road, parking lot, and install signs to make the 200 acres more accessible.
If you want to come out here and deer hunt, duck hunt, pheasant hunt, you can. If you want to come out here during the non-hunting seasons to just enjoy the beauty, bird watch, if you want to come out and just enjoy nature, I mean, you can certainly do that as well.
Newpower says the land will benefit the state, the county, hunters, and anyone who loves the outdoors.
It's very gratifying. Here was an opportunity for us to take a quality piece of ground like this and ensure that it'll stay this way, join it to a massive WMA, and then for generations to come, they can come out here and enjoy this.
In Columbus, Joe Nelson, CTN News.
There's not an access road yet, but people can use the land now, getting there by truck or by foot from the south on Apollo Street. Anoka County will receive payments for the land from the state, equaling 3/4% of its value each year.
Paper shredding has become so popular that the Coon Rapids Recycling Center is planning to purchase 2 of its own machines. Currently, a truck is brought in once a month and residents literally line up to get their documents shredded. So the City Council has authorized the Recycling Center to purchase 2 heavy-duty commercial-style shredders for just over $7,000. The money comes from a state recycling grant. Once installed, the shredders will be available during business hours. The monthly shredding event will continue for now, but the long-term goal is to eliminate it and have enough paper shredding machines on site.
The city hopes the second time is a charm for the first movie in the park of the summer. The family-friendly film Inside Out will be shown on a large screen at the Coon Rapids Soccer Complex on Friday, August 26th at 8:30 p.m. It was originally scheduled for May but got rained out. Prior to the free movie, there are kids' activities and food for sale beginning at 6:30. The event is sponsored by the city and the Coon Rapids Community Strength Foundation. So get out there, enjoy that. The second one is coming up in September.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Remember, bring your lawn chairs and blankets.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again next week.